Alright, today we are going to check valve clearance on a Honda ATC110. You check valve clearance on most of the Hondas the same way. This will just be the 110. Here is the specs for those, and those are the clearances that they need to be at. So we will go ahead and find top dead center, and then we'll go ahead and check valve clearance. If you see here, there is a check hole here, and there will be a T that lines up in the center of this cap, and that needs to be at the T mark. There's F, there's different part numbers on that flywheel. You need to make sure that's at the T. That means top dead center. So the easiest way to do that is to pull this cover. That way you can hang on to it with your hand. You can do it with the pull rope. The problem you might have is if it slips past the T mark, then you got to spin it all the way around again and try to get it to set right where it needs to be. So you can see the flywheel here all the way around. You can also check it here through this here. This point lines up with the T here, so we're about exactly where it needs to be. It's hard to hold that spot, so sometimes you got to keep your hand on it. But there's an F and a T. You want to make sure that you're at the T. Now we're going to flip this over so you can see the exhaust side. You might be able to see that a little bit better. And we will check valve clearance. It's at the T mark, top dead center, and we will check it. It's loose right now, so if it's tight, then you want to spin it around again to make sure that you're on top dead center. Since we are right now, what we'll do is take the 0.003 inches and slide it in there. Not a very large clearance on these. Some of these will have much bigger clearances. This is 0.003. Right now it's too tight. Maybe we'll take and spin it around again and see where we're at, just to make sure that we're on top dead center. Okay, these valves were way off, so we will need to loosen it and move it quite a bit. So you take a 9mm wrench, loosen it up, and if they're too tight, you'll have to take a pair of pliers or a wrench and loosen the adjust on there. Okay, now we'll stick the millimeters, so 0.07 millimeters. So see, it slides too easily there. So we want to tighten it back up, and we turn the little square bolt on the top, and that's what adjusts it. Now you want some drag on it. You don't want too much. You want to be able to slide it in and out, but you also don't want it to be too loose. If you can stick your next feeler gauge in there, or maybe even two up, then it's definitely too loose. So that's a good way to check it. Now you can go and tighten it back down. When you do it, make sure that this does not turn when you're tightening it back. So then you go through and you check it again. With 0.07 millimeters, check it. If it slides in freely, then you are all set. You put your cap back on and you check your intake same way. On this one, a lot of times you have different exhaust and different intake clearances. These are both the same. So tighten that down, tighten it with a wrench. Go ahead and put the recoil back on, and you are all set. That is how you check the clearance on a ATC 110.